Okay, section 2, only a couple of questions in recent years. So round to 2 decimals. Now the rule for this is write the number down correctly, 3.325, round to 2 decimals. So immediately cut it off at the point you're rounding after 2 decimals, and then you only look at the next number. So in this case it's a 5, which means you're going to round the number up. So 3.32 is going to round up to 3.33. The next one, 1.4949, round to 2 decimals. So I'm going to cut the number off here after 2 decimals, and then I'm only going to look at the next number, which is the 4. Anything else after that is not relevant. So the 4 is a low number, so that means that the 1.49 stays rounded down to 1.49. And the common mistake is to look at all of the numbers and have a chain reaction of things rounding up. So if you make the mistake of looking at the 9, then you might think that you need to round up the 4 to a 5, and then that might make you think that you need to round up the 49 to 50. You don't look at all of the numbers, you just cut the number off at a point and then look at the next number only. So if, for example, we had 1.44444444 and a 9 on the end, and you wanted to round that, let's say, to the nearest whole number. Now it should be clear to you that if you were asked whether that number is nearer to 1 or 2, you'd say that number is nearer to 1. So if you had to round that to the nearest whole number, you could cut it off at the whole numbers, you'd look at the next number and you'd say, okay, that's a 4, so it stays rounded down to 1. But if you make the mistake of looking at all of the numbers, then you look at the 9 and you say, okay, that makes that 4 round up to a 5, but now that's a 5 and that makes this 4 round up to a 5, and then you get all the way up to here, rounding up, and you get 1.5 and you say that rounds up to a 2. That's wrong, okay? The number I originally wrote is clearly nearer to 1 than it is to 2, so the sensible, common sense answer is to round that to 1. Only cut the number off at a point and look at the next digit after that. Everything else after is not relevant.